What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Last time, we talked to all the people from the IS-7 incident. And let's see. We also got some new forensic results. We found sugar and blood and salt in the case that held one of Dover's sculptures. What else did we find? Well, we're getting real close to the final nail in Catherine Hall's coffin. We gotta get her testimony now of why she opened the art gallery. Right, here we go. 18 years after Master was arrested, I was finally able to buy back this mansion. Then, in order to maintain it, I decided to manage it as an art gallery. I collected Pierre's works from all over the world. After all, it was my dream to open the Zodiac Art Gallery. Oh, it's so short, I love it. It's wonderful that your dream has come true. What do you think, Prosecutor Edgeworth? I don't believe there was anything strange about her testimony. Courtney! I believe in the courtroom. It is a standard to cross-examine the witness. Wouldn't you agree it's a little too early to say that there are no contradictions? You speak like a defense attorney. Very well. Proceed as you please. I will. Stay the fuck out of my way. Everyone's just slowed me down. 18 years after Montreal Master was arrested, you bought it back. It must have taken a lot of hard work these past 18 years to buy back the mansion. I'm not gonna sing that. It's just words. The place full of memories with Monsieur Master, it is the only place for me. Bum-ba-dum. No matter what, at any cost, I wanted it back. Like, how would you even sing that? No matter. If you go by the elongation, the extra vowels and whatnot, it'd be no matter what, at any cost, I wanted it back. Awful. She looks like she's having fun. Well, she is a former actress. Singing and dancing is her livelihood. Singing and dancing has nothing to do with acting. Enough with the singing. Enough! I love that. Good job, Edgeworth. Please continue your testimony. Should have done it in the middle of her singing. Enough! Then, in order to maintain it, I decided to manage it as an art gallery. Hold it! Are you managing this gallery by yourself? Yes, well, I say manage, but it only opened today. And I must continue protecting this mansion, so that Monsieur Master has a place to return to. So she took back the mansion for Mr. Masters' sake. Kate, I'm so sorry. I was powerless. It's not your fault, Shields. I couldn't do anything either. All I can do now is continue to protect the mansion. I collected Pierre's works from all over the world. That's Mr. Dover's alias, correct? Yes, it's the name he used when he worked as a sculptor in France. About collecting his works. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. How did you prepare the Taurus and Gemini sculptures? I heard that Mr. Dover passed away before he completed those sculptures. I had the sculptures in the Winter Palace specially made, based on the photos I took. Oh? Could you tell us about that in more detail? After all, it was my dream to open the Zodiac Art Gallery. Wait. Wait, didn't we? What? I swore we... Okay. Opening the Zodiac Art Gallery was your dream? The truth is, I wanted to manage the gallery together with Monsieur Master. Ba-ba-dum. I'm singing! I'm here giving a testimony and singing! That's the kind of gallery I dreamt about. Dreamed. Was she planning on staging a musical in here? Jeffrey Master disobeyed the goddess of law. It's unfortunate, but I'm afraid that your dream will never come to pass. No! Master is innocent! The prosecutor at the time did not believe it, but In order to protect Catherine Hall, Jeffrey Master gave a false confession. They were both trying to protect each other. I prepared replicas of the sculptures in the Winter Palace based on the photos I took.
Hold it!
By photos, do you mean the ones taken in Isaac Dover's room? Yes, you seem quite familiar with the events from 18 years ago, Edgeworth. So the sculptures in the Winter Palace were replicas. They melted and I didn't even get to see them once. No, the Sherbert sculptures shouldn't have been replicas. Miss Hall is obviously lying. After all that trouble it took to prepare them, it's a shame they melted. The sculptures in the Winter Palace are the same Sherbert sculptures from 18 years ago. The same sculpture. Okay, so what piece of evidence do we have that ties the sculptures to 18 years ago? Unless I point that out to her, I won't be able to find out the truth. 18 years after, blah, 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 blah. We gotta get back to that statement. Prepared replicas, okay. So what do we have that shows that? Let's start going through again. Could be something in the I-7 incident file. Time of death. Murder place, rock salt lamp, Von Karma. This is a really long case. Creator of the dessert contest. He's in jail, he had the confession. Body vanished. Not a whole lot else here. There's the body and, okay, pointless. No. Winter Palace photo, maybe. Identical to the Sherbert test. Hold on, let's see here. I mean, this is possible. I don't really know why it would be, but it's possible. Oh, wait. Oh my god, is it salt? Wait. Cause when Delicia ate them originally before, she said it was salty, which is strange. Is it possible the salt is related? And the salt was brought up in... where was that brought up? Rock salt lamp, family photo. Oh my god, we have a lot of things. Sculpture, check the details. Traces of salt, sugar, and blood. We don't know whose blood it is. Matches the light blue liquid found in Dover's room. Okay, I was all wrong. It says it right there. The sugar matches the light blue liquid found in Dover's room 18 years ago. There we go. Boom, go, present.
Objection!
You're going to jail. You gon' die. Did you really think that your excuses will continue to hold up? No matter how much you lie, you can't deny the composition of the sculptures. From the analysis results, it's quite clear that the sculptures in the Winter Palace are the Sherbert sculptures Mr. Dover created. Miles, as a pharmacist, it's my turn to shine. What we call sugar actually comes in many different varieties and tastes. Even if the sculptures were replicas, it's nearly impossible to replicate the composition. I see. Thank you for the explanation, though I don't recall asking for one. That, Miss Hall, means you couldn't have melted the Sherbert sculptures back then. You stole them and preserved them for 18 years. Ah! What? She preserved the Sherbert sculpture for 18 years! If you freeze it properly, it's not impossible. Silence! Miss Curator, what do you have to say? I can't believe you've already uncovered so much. So you're admitting that you stole the Sherbert sculptures? No, I cannot admit to such a thing. There isn't any proof that I stole them after all. Also, I couldn't have stolen the sculptures 18 years ago. I don't think they would have been easy to steal without the police noticing. Is that so? I don't know what you did 18 years ago. As such, how can I judge how difficult it would have been to steal them? It looks like you won't give up so easily. I don't intend on giving up until I learn the truth. I understand. Then I shall tell you what I did 18 years ago. What I did 18 years ago. On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging. During the judging, at Masters' request, I went to change the film and the camera. But before I could deliver the camera to him, I discovered Dover's body. After Gregory arrived, I prepared tea for everyone involved in the investigation. It was then that I witnessed Gustavia entering Monsieur Dover's room. And that was everything I had done on that day. I don't think there is anything suspicious about my actions. That's not your decision to make. Mr. Edgeworth, were there any contradictions in her testimony? For now, I should just prove that she stole the sculptures. But when could Miss Hall have stolen them? If I could answer that, her crime should come to light. Well, wouldn't it be when she was replacing the film? I imagine that'd be the best one, wouldn't it? I don't know, we'll see. On the day of the incident, I was waiting in the main building until the judging. What were you doing before the judging began? I was in my room on the second floor, practicing my dancing. I was performing on the TV show Piece of Cake back then. What kind of show was that? It was a children's program. The host made sweets while singing and dancing. That sounds like fun. Well, that's unexpected. You knew about the show, Miles? My father told me about it once, so I just happened to watch it a few times. So Miss Hall was practicing her dancing in her room. Could Miss Hall have stolen the sculptures then? It could have been then. Oh wait, it said it couldn't have been then? I read that wrong. I should listen to more of her testimony. During the judging at Monster Master's request, I went to change the film. Well, yeah, obviously it couldn't be this one because it was during the judging. It would have had to happen after the incident, after the body, right? Okay. During the judging, she went to change the film in her camera. So you were the only one who could move freely during the judging period. I certainly would have had more freedom to move about than the contestants. But I couldn't possibly have stolen the sculptures right in front of Master. Moreover, upon being asked to change the film, I went directly to the entryway. At Master's request, she went to change the film. Well, if she did in fact only go directly to get the camera and then come back, then it's possible she didn't do it. But there's no harm in saying she stole them then. I mean, the punishment is pretty low. I have full health, so might as well see. I don't think it is, but I'm gonna try it anyways. This was when you stole the sculptures. And how would I have done that? That's... Not even a great thief could have taken it then, you know. It seems I was mistaken. My apologies. Please continue, Miss Hall. But before I could deliver the camera to him, I discovered his body, Dover's body. Ooh, this is a pretty good one too. So you entered Mr. Masters' room before you delivered the camera. Yes, I heard the sound of something breaking, you see. Master, are you in here? That was actually the sound of the ship breaking. Someone stuck a bite of it, you see. When the body was discovered, was Master still judging Gustavia's room? I'm sure that he was. Master's the type of person who would carefully judge one room at a time. She found Mr. Dover's body inside Master's room. Could Miss Hall have stolen the sculptures then? No, because it sounds like he was in, Master was in that room during the judging by then, right? So I don't think it was them. After Gregory arrived, I prepared tea for everyone involved in the investigation. Did you, did you do so in the same manner as today? Yes, I poured tea for everyone working on the investigation. Now that you mention it, Uncle Ray also got some tea from you that day. Kate was pushing her service cart back and forth, from the patio to the main building. I see. Did anything seem strange to you then? Well, I remember your old man singing praises over Ceylon tea. And he also said something about how the saucer was chilled. Oh my god! That's why it was chilled? Because the big block of ice was underneath it? That would explain why the current tea isn't chilled, while the tea back then was chilled. Whoa! This is it. This is the one. The saucer was chilled. Could Miss Hall have stolen the sculptures then? You bet your ass she did. This was when you stole the sherbet sculptures? I'm sorry, but Shields and company were at the fountain patio the entire time. Are you saying that I stole them in broad daylight? That's precisely what I'm saying. This is where she hid the sculptures to steal them right under their noses. Oh, no! I missed! No, that's not what I wanted to... Shh, no! Oh, I'm losing health. I'm throwing away health. Shut up! Oh, my God. I was trying... This is very upsetting. I am being made very upset by this. The degree of upsetting that has been made by me is of the highest degree. Take that. Neither my father nor Mr. Shields realized the sculpture was right in front of them. What you were pushing around was no ordinary service cart. It was the sculpture itself. But surely that would still be impossible. If she placed the sculptures on the service cart, people would notice immediately. No, because the cloth is on it. I never said she used the service cart to move the sculptures. Oh, yeah. Because she used the other one without the top. Then what did she use to move the sculptures around? This is what Miss Hall used. It's the... where is it? There it is. Take that. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. And this is the lift trolley Mr. Dover used 18 years ago to move his sherbet sculptures. It seems the same lift trolley lies here in the fountain patio. That's because it was originally prepared for the contest in the first place. Are you saying she used the lift trolley to move the sculptures? Yes. If the sculptures were placed on the lift trolley and then covered with a tablecloth, it could be disguised as a service cart and moved around without arousing suspicion. How could that be? So the saucers were chilled because they were sitting on the ice sculptures. Ba-da-ba-da. Kate, what's the meaning of this? What were you thinking? That was truly impressive. You certainly are, Gregory's son. After 18 years, it's hard to imagine any proof that I stole the sculptures remained. But I knew it was only a matter of time until I was suspected. Miss Curator, does this mean you admit to stealing the sculptures? Yes, I admit it. 18 years ago, I stole the sherbet sculptures from Monsieur Dover's room. It's just as Edgeworth says. I disguised the lift trolley as a service cart. And I served tea as I made my way back and forth. That wasn't all. I also took the ice block with all the star clusters on it. An ice block with star clusters on it. That seems familiar. A giant block of ice is being displayed here. It appears to be quite heavy. No, the inside must be hollow. The Winter Palace is a reproduction of Mr. Dover's room from 18 years ago. Because they had melted, my father never got the chance to see them. But those blocks of ice were also originally from Dover's Sherbet Salon. The 2 sculptures and the 2 blocks of ice. I took everything I could. And then I placed empty glass cases in Monsieur Dover's room. The sculptures were all encased in glass to preserve their fine details. But the ice blocks were being displayed as they were. As per the rules, we prepared the glass cases for Mr. Dover. So it would have been easy for her to prepare the glass cases. In Dover's room, there were some sculptures that were still unfinished. I thought if I melted them, it would look like the ones I stole had melted too. So everything you see in the Winter Palace are all original works from 18 years ago. Miss Hall, it didn't take much to get her to confess. Then she must know. She knows it isn't enough to try her in court. That is all I have to say. But, even though I admit to stealing the sculptures, you can't arrest me for it. What? What do you mean by that? Heavens! You're assisting an investigation without knowing this much? Perhaps you should read this book concerning the Statute of Limitations. Statute of Limitations? To put it simply, it's the time frame in which a suspect can be taken to court. You can see it on this page. The statute of limitations for murder is 15 years. And for theft, it's 7 years. That's right. And Miss Hall's theft was 18 years ago. According to the statute, she cannot be arrested for stealing the sculptures. So that's how it is. Stealing evidence from a crime scene is an unforgivable offense. But for this crime at least, we have no right to pass judgment. It appears that Prosecutor Edgeworth's tepid reasoning has all been for naught.
Objection!
I wonder about that. This is all calculated. Right, exactly. What's being said right now? What Miss Hall is trying to do, she was in fact preserving the crime scene most likely to try and get the real culprit so Masters can be freed. This was some long planning. If she only took the sculptures, we wouldn't have found the body from 18 years ago. Are you saying that I hid Dover's body? That's correct. But how can someone hide a body for 18 years? I would imagine it would be very difficult under normal circumstances. So you're saying the circumstances weren't normal? Are you claiming that you know where the body was hidden? When you consider Miss Hall's actions, the answer becomes obvious. 18 years ago, Miss Hall stole something more than just sherbet sculptures. If you're so confident, I would like to hear your answer. Where did Miss Hall hide the body? It was frozen, but there weren't many places to hide it. I mean, it looks like the only place left would be in one of these things.
Take that!
This is the photograph of Mr. Dover's sculptures. Yes, and perhaps you've noticed that the victim's body can be seen in this picture. I do not see it. Please point it out clearly. Where in this picture can one see the body of this victim? It's time to expose the location of the body in the photograph. Now this is tricky. This, I think it was the Taurus sculpture only had, sugar, but this one had blood and salt. It's gotta be this one.
Take that!
The Gemini sculpture. And with that, why don't we end this video here? And next time, we can talk more about how the body was hidden, and what's going on. So stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!